Hello, I'm Ray Kennedy, and I am going to be reading a post from my Substack called Wisdom in Progress. And it's called Why I Bless My Kids Every Night, Even from 1,000 Miles Away. This past weekend, I participated in a Soul Friends writing retreat put on by a group called Illumin. It had a Celtic focus and featured the poetry of one of my favorite Irish poets, John O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue and the Irish are known for their blessings, and it got me thinking about the role of blessings in my own life. In childhood, with Irish Catholic roots, I recall the famous Irish blessing, "May the road rise up to meet you," sometimes attributed to St. Patrick. In Irish, which I'm probably going to mess up here, Go neari in bada leit literally means, "May the road succeed with you." The full version invokes nature elements as divine gifts: road, wind, sun, rain, and God's protective hand. But I remember it more from greeting cards or being framed on some relative's powder room wall. As a Catholic, I recall the many times blessings were offered by priests during baptisms, weddings, and other occasions. At Notre Dame and since, I've appreciated the progressive priests who invoke the congregation to participate in the blessings, versus the old school priests who administer the blessings themselves. I always loved the annual home blessing each January, when chalk was blessed and we'd write C plus M plus B with the year over our doorways, supposedly the initials of the three kings and the first letters of the Latin, "May Christ bless this house." Most vividly, though, I recall blessing my children, Mara and Connor, when they were little, making the sign of the cross on their foreheads before bed each night. As they grew older and didn't want me touching their heads, I'd pass by and bless their rooms. I still continue the tradition virtually, texting them each night with something like GB heart emoji. They never respond, of course, but I hope they appreciate their dad's effort and are reaping the karma of the daily blessings. Digging into the history, I learned that blessings date back to ancient Celtic times as a folk and druidic tradition. The Celts believed words held sacred power, that language could literally evoke the divine and create tangible effects. Blessings served as protective circles against evil, ways to invoke good fortune, and means of connecting with the supernatural world. When Christianity arrived in Ireland around 432 CE, Celtic traditions weren't erased, but they were integrated. Blessings continued to honor nature as divine presence and mark life transitions, births, weddings, departures, deaths, while offering protection, hope, and prosperity. John O'Donoghue, born 1956, died 2008, was the modern master of this tradition. His final book, To Bless the Space Between Us, was published just before his sudden death at age 52. For O'Donoghue, blessing wasn't mere religious ritual, but a way of life, a practice for navigating thresholds. He understood that major transitions often arrived uninvited. It takes only a couple of seconds for a life to change irreversibly, he said. At such moments, blessings become protection, breaking down barriers and opening new possibilities for healing. Of course, this tradition didn't end with the Irish. In the 1200s, Francis of Assisi embodied blessing as a way of life. Francis saw all creation as family: brother sun, sister moon, sister water, brother fire. His famous Canticle of the Creatures was essentially a blessing as prayer, recognizing God's presence in everything that exists. What struck me most about Francis was his simplicity. He didn't want his followers to merely preach salvation, he wanted them to be salvation, to live the blessing rather than just speak it. His motto, Pax et Bonum, peace and good, became a benediction he offered to everyone he met. This Franciscan stream flows directly into my own spiritual formation through Richard Rohr, the Franciscan priest who has shaped much of today's contemplative practice. Rohr calls the Franciscan way an alternative orthodoxy, one that sees God's love already present in all creation, waiting to be recognized rather than earned. From this perspective, blessing isn't about making something holy. It's about acknowledging the holiness already there. Rohr taught me that Francis looked to three places to encounter God: the prayer depths of his own tradition, creation itself, and the underside of society, or those who had suffered or were suffering. Francis found blessing in the actual, not the ideal, in what's right in front of us, not what should be. And that's what I'm learning too, that blessing is less about perfection and more about presence, less about fixing and more about seeing. So when our retreat leader invited us to write a blessing for ourselves, I hesitated. After a lifetime of receiving blessings, offering them to my children, and ending my written post with "May you" wishes for my readers, I never turned that blessing voice inward. But as I put pen to paper, words flowed. Like this evolution of traditions, from Celtic to Franciscan to contemporary contemplative, blessings are really a way of life, rather than occasional rituals. And so I share my blessing with you, not written just for me, but for all of us. And it's called a blessing for the journey. May your belief in being beloved, never be questioned for long. May your gratitude overcome all temptation to resentment. May your curiosity always be a little stronger than your fears. May you never outgrow your love of learning or your willingness to begin again. May your heart and soul remain open to life's pathways. May your walls stay low enough for true connection to leap over. May camaraderie and soul fellowship be the solid foundation of your days. May you never lose your love for blessing the ones you love. May moments of joy be within your daily reach. May your next adventure be calling your name. May your spirit rise and shine each day with the sun. May your soul never outgrow its childlike wonder and belief. May awe and beauty continue to attract your gaze. May the wisdom of your mentors, elders, and ancestors burn bright within you. May you receive the gift of forgiveness and extend it to others. And may the divine's power, goodness, and love illuminate your place in the one great story. May these words find you where you are, in whatever threshold you're crossing, whatever beginning is quietly forming, or whatever blessing is already yours. And if you like this Substack or this post, I'd encourage you to subscribe to my Substack or my YouTube channel, Wisdom in Progress. And if you'd like to wear a daily reminder that you're wisdom in progress, you can find a small collection of wisdom wear at becurioussouls.com.